Hello again, YouTube. I'm talking today about these things, Ender stasis chambers, and you've probably heard of them because they're both in Bedrock. They're in Bedrock and Java, and basically, it's a way for you to keep an Ender pearl floating, so that it doesn't hit the floor and you don't get teleported, and then you can use a mechanism. Did I just get a cave sound? And you can use a mechanism to activate the ender pearl when you want to, and then you get teleported back to the place where the ender pearl was. So on Java, the way you make it is like you do you have a block. Actually, let me get some. You have a block and a block of soul sand. And you kind of just like make a little a hole here, and then you fill it with water. And then once you get that bubble column, then you can just throw an ender pearl straight down, and it works. On Bedrock, I would technically say it's easier. On Bedrock, what you have to do is have one block of soul sand, a source block on top, and then you don't actually have to have these blocks on the side, but I like to just because, yeah, of course, like the what's it called? The water flows out and it looks bad. But yeah, I can remove these blocks. It's basically, yeah, there's one block of soul sand, and these trapdoors just hold the water in, and then it is just one block of honey above that. And the way you use it is you just stand on this honey, you crouch on the edge of the block, look exactly straight down, and you have to line it up a bit, and then you throw it, and it floats. And this will stay there until you die, basically. There's no other way for it to. I think even if you log out, it stays. It's like all good. And yeah, you can. The good thing about these is you can put them in all four corners of the single block, which is actually pretty cool. But yeah, the first main thing I just wanted to point out with these things, right, is that these aren't only for ender pearls. These apply to any projectiles that use the same like momentum equations as the ender pearl. So I made let me activate this real quick. I made like a small list of what you can use, and well, yeah, I have it here pretty much. These are the things. I think I'm missing one. No, I'm not. Ender pearls, bottles of enchanting, eggs, snowballs, and splash potions. And that also includes splash lingering potions. I'll get onto that later. But yeah, basically, if I just demonstrate, as long as you line up, you can do splash potions. Now the next thing I want to point out is that you don't have to do just one. You can actually put multiple on the same block, just by holding down. And I'm holding down these, and I've got a really weird sound and a ton of snowballs in one place. It actually looks really cool when you like stand like this and stuff. And then of course you can put other things. So I can put eggs if I line it up, and bottles of enchanting, ender pearls. Of course, ender pearls you can't throw as fast. I might just mute my audio here, just because it's really annoying. And yeah, you get this, and then when you activate this, a bunch of stuff happens. A bunch of snowballs pop, and eggs. I got 2 chickens. But yeah, apart from that, there's a few cool things you can do with this. Actually, a lot of cool things. Right. So the next thing I got to point out is that I've made this little machine here. Oh no, this little machine here, and I've discovered that of course ender pearls and all other projectiles are of course affected by explosions such as TNT. So using one of these machines, where I've actually got a double one, I've got 2 next to each other, just because why not, and I did like a lot of testing. I did a lot of different designs, and this was so far this is the best I can come up with. You don't need more than this many dispensers for TNT. Because, let me just demonstrate, right? So basically, let me throw maybe some ender pearls into here, and then like some, I don't know, just some stuff, and then throw some into here, And basically, the reason why... Oh, I'm missing. Yeah, the timing's a bit weird. I think I find it better for me to switch to mobile, like this. And then if I do it, because then I can line it up with the top of the, you know, the pause buttons at the top. And once I line it up with that, it's really easy to get the right angle. But yeah, you can get this. It looks really cool in itself. And then I click this button at the back, which activates all the TNT. Now, do you see what I mean? Ready? Watch this. It goes honestly decently far. Oh, and I got teleported because I put a few enderpearls in there. Ignore all of this. and that. And that. And the mass destruction all around me. That's how it works, basically. Since this design technically does not go the furthest, or the farthest. Basically, yeah, so that was 12, no, not 12 TNT, 9 TNT. And that went pretty far. But the way to get this to go further is actually to using a different setup here. So I tried 2 different setups. One was with this chain block, because apparently chain blocks like chains do not like block much TNT like explosion like knockback, I guess. So yeah, even 1 TNT it goes fairly far. And what these like blocks are for was I was just testing reliability. So as far as I know, there is like no way to make this completely reliable like on the block. You will get like a range of like places you could land with an enderpearl or like any other projectile. So I did 3 like just before this recording, and I got 3 like this. So it's in a general area. I did further testing with a different design, and what I found was that the more TNT you added, like the more variation you get, like the more range between each landing, if you will. So if you start off with only 1 TNT, you're only gonna get a range of like this many blocks or so. But then if you go up to 9 TNT or 12, then it can have like 100 block gaps, which is kind of annoying because I really wanted this to be like a really easy like fast travel mechanism where you could just like instantly get teleported to a single block, which would be really cool. Technically this is like kind of already in Java with the trident, like the Riptide Trident enderpearl things. But this one's A, you don't need a Riptide Trident, and B, I guess it's just it can go further. So this is like I came to this design just to demonstrate, but if you swap out the chain and instead you put honey blocks. Hopefully I'm doing this correctly because I cannot remember the exact design. But basically you do this, and I can just like have something here, a button, I guess. But basically, yeah, you have like a water blocking entity or item block here. And basically, then when you activate the TNT, it explodes like really close to the edge of the block. I think actually I'm doing that wrong. I'm not sure. I think that's correct because it was 4 blocks. I measured 4 blocks. Any shorter, and it just blows up this block. And I tried like a bunch of designs, like putting like trapdoors here, but then that blocks the enderpearl and things. It's a bit weird. Yeah, but mainly this is the design that gets you the furthest. But the other design is much more reliable, as well as I find is sometimes safer, because I saw one time this did explode. I think that might have just been me, like some glitch with me like going into the TNT, like walking into it, and it might have pushed it forward. I don't think that's how TNT works though, so I'm not sure. But I switched to the chain design just because, yeah, it's a lot more reliable, and it was good for demonstrating. But yeah, you see this design goes a lot further. In fact, there's almost no point testing enderpearls with this because, so apparently I did get the design wrong then. I think it was 1 block down, that's what it was. But basically, I found a design before that, like, literally, you could not find the enderpearl after it launched. It just went all the way into orbit. Of course, on Bedrock Edition, we don't have chunk loaders, unfortunately, so I can't even load the chunks so that I can find where it landed. I had to, like, manually go searching for it, and I still couldn't load the chunks where it would have been in. So, Yeah, that's kind of annoying. I think, let me see, can I find my other designs? These are all my, like, failed attempts, I guess. Oh, I think there was one over here. Oh, this also blew up. But I did a bunch of testing with this. Other cool things you can do with this. So yeah, the main thing is this Enderpearl thing. I really want to do more testing. I'm just making this so that I can actually, like, get it onto YouTube. But I'm going to do a lot more testing, see how far I can get an Enderpearl to go, which is going to be cool. But yeah, the other thing, which is actually really cool with this, is if I look up some lingering potions, which are basically splash potions, but yeah, they last on the floor for a bit, 30 seconds, just some random ones, honestly, some rainbow coloured ones, if you will, and what you can do with this, which is really cool, is just, yeah, spam a bunch of these on a single block, on a single stasis chamber. I guess, are they really stasis chambers now? I'm just wondering, because it doesn't really look like a chamber now, does it? It kind of just looks like a floaty, like, bubble thing. If I just throw a few into here, probably a few more. So what I can do, also I wanted to show that you don't need these blocks. I can delete these blocks and they will stay there, including this block, but of course this block is for the thing. But yeah, I can delete this block as well, and nothing bad's gonna happen. And you could also use these technically as, like, I mean, you could use TNT to launch potions, like, really far out and, like, bomb people with, like, potions. But you could also do, like, if you take away this honey block, they fall to the ground. And that would, of course, yeah, they'd all activate at once, which you're about to see here. And just watch this, it's actually really cool. Watch. They all go, and then you get this monstrosity of, like, 10 different potions, lingering potions. I can't even stop flying, I have to manually fly down. And you just get this. Like, bruh. What is this? You can walk through it. It eventually dissipates, of course, because they're lingering potions. And, yeah, I get all the effects as well. Oh, just gonna tap here. I get all the effects as well. And, yeah, it's pretty cool. So you can do that. Another few things you can do is, like, I'll just put these all into my offhand, in my inventory. Let me get some, bottles of enchanting. You can actually get, like, a thing, what's it called? Like an explosion of XP, like you do, like, at like, really efficient XP farms. Sometimes you get, like, backlog of XP. You can just do this all in a single, like, go. I find this doesn't actually lag as much. The potion thing lags a lot because of the particles, but this one really doesn't. Like, you can do a lot of these bottles of enchanting without having your game really lag. And speaking of which, I'm on an iPad, and iPads do not have, like, the best performance. So on, like, a PC, most people wouldn't even be lagging, really. But I'm just gonna place a few here and do the same thing. And yeah, basically, yeah, they just go, they pop, and a bunch of XP comes out. And then, oh, that's cool. And then you can just pick it up. I guess you could make, like, the satisfying machine out of this or something. And then the other thing was, yes, snowballs and eggs. So snowballs, honestly, there isn't much to it. Snowballs actually do knockback still on Bedrock Edition. They don't do damage, but they do knockback. And maybe that could be useful. I don't know, like, just, like, having a snowball fight, I guess. And then, of course, you can have, you can also have eggs, I guess, if you wanted a chicken explosion. If you wanted a chicken explosion, that would be kind of useful. But I guess I'm just gonna throw these for a bit and see what happens. I did try, I know a lot of people might be wondering, did I try, like, arrows and, like, tridents and things? I tried those, they don't work, so you have to, like, pull them back. And it's just annoying. And I think it might technically work, but you can't line it up with the honey block. And since you have to pull it back, it has so much more momentum that it just goes through the water. It's like, it doesn't float on the things. Which is kind of annoying, because I really would have loved, like hitting people with a bunch of tridents or a bunch of, like, poison arrows or something. But yeah, like that, we get like a few chickens. You need quite a few eggs. Also, did you notice like that, that like cool, well not animation, but that cool like, almost like a little curve you get when it launches. It's pretty cool actually. So yeah, I'm just gonna show it again, just to show you like you can get like a decent curve mid-air while it happens. Like, yeah, sometimes it doesn't work that well, honestly. Let me kill all these chickens quickly. But apart from that, there is definitely a lot of potential for this. It's just that I haven't really figured it out yet. Of course, also I forgot to mention you can like also bob on the thing yourself. Technically, you can launch yourself. Actually, let me launch myself now. Quickly get into position.